Can you tell me what is Twisted Egg Rolls?
So, Twisted Eggroll started in 2015. I started as a catering business, mostly corporate. We had partnered with 1871 and we did savory and sweet egg rolls. So, when we came up with the concept, of course, you think of Asian infused dishes, but we were like, what if you put American infused dishes into an egg roll? I think that'd be amazing, which it was. And so we won the Red Eye Big Idea Award, which is where we met 1871, and that just catapulted us into a different stratosphere with our business.
So, what when you say savory and sweet, what kind of flavors do you guys offer?
Buffalo chicken, Philly steak, cheesesteak was our actual OG, the one that started the whole business. And dessert options are like apple cheesecake, sweet potato pie like filling, and then we have peach cheesesteak. I'm sorry, cheesecake.
Oh, wow. Now I can see the savory. I'm trying to taste, like figure out what is the wrapping the same with the sweet?
Yes,
What
it
flavors
is
are the same?
amazing. So just think of it like a pastry. Like, sometimes people have empanadas filled with some type of sweet dish. So it's that type of concept, but it's more crispy with that type of wrapping around it.
Gotcha. Now, what inspired you to branch into entrepreneurship?
My father, he was huge on entrepreneurship. I lost him to ALS in 2010. And before, he left this earth, he was huge on creating generational wealth. And to do that, you needed to own your own. I just didn't know what that was and how that looked. And I've always been cooking. My mom had me cooking since I was 5 years old on a step stool making pancakes from scratch. So it was always a passion. And I just incorporated those things from something she taught me and something he taught me and put it into something I love and create a wonderful empire with it.
Hmm. So you were creating these egg rolls, and just did you kind of start off serving them to friends, and how did it
Yeah.
evolve into a business?
So it was my boyfriend actually had a cheese steak egg roll from a restaurant and was like, "Oh, these are delicious. We should have them." And then we ate them, and he was like, "You can make your own." And I was like, "Yeah." I was always up for a challenge. So I just made it for us for lunch one day, and then he asked for a cheesecake egg roll, which was odd because I was like, "You don't even like cheesecake, but okay." He's like, "But I think it'll taste good fried." And it was amazing. So then I gave it to some of my line sisters with the apple cheesecake. I did a filling with it, like you would have done an apple pie filling and did it with the cheesecake. And they're like, "This is like a piece of heaven in my mouth." And so I was like, "This is it." I could put anything in an egg roll. I was literally sitting at work one day, and the vision came to me, and I just started creating more recipes.
Hmm. Now, getting your business going, you in 2021 expanded to incorporate consumer goods and e-commerce. So, what was that like to be able to expand in the middle of a pandemic where everyone was saying, people were kind of pulling back and you were able to kind of grow?
Yeah, and so the way I went about it is I have my MBA as well. So sometimes when people look at business, a lot of people were like, "Oh, we just need to stay open." I looked at the numbers and I was like, "That doesn't make sense. Let us look and see what's evolving right now. What did it switch into? Where was everyone at the grocery store still? They didn't shut down buying online, right? E-commerce was
Right.
booming." And so I said, we need to be in those sectors. 80% of our business was corporate at the time. So therefore, and I'm servicing 100 to 400 people at a time. We're not gathering in those numbers. Why would
Right.
I keep trying to work at that point? So I took all my energy to take courses on how do you get with co-manufacturer distributors, how do you scale your business to grow. Got with food scientists to make sure that our product was shelf stable to get it into the freezer. So I did a lot of homework during that time. We were actually not even producing at the time. And so I took
Mm.
about a year and a half off to create this line, and we just came straight back, and everyone's loved it. We've been able to get into Foxtrot, the Green Grocer, and we're just working on some more connections.
That's what I was going to ask you. I'm like, where, in addition to online, where can people purchase your products?
So we're in Foxtrot's locations in Chicago. We're in pretty much all of them. It's only three we're not in their express stores, but we'll be in those in Q2. We're also at the Green Grocer. They're over on Grant Avenue.
Yeah.
So those are where you can actually pick up in Chicago right now.
Okay.
And
Wonderful.
even if you go online, you can pick up from us or have it shipped.
Oh, so okay. So you do ship. That's even,
Yeah.
we're in that age where we like everything delivered. So
You're right.
yeah.
And so right now, though, in Foxtrot, the flavor that we have in Foxtrot right now is our buffalo chicken. So we have our buffalo chicken in Foxtrot, but in the Green Grocer, we have all three of our frozen lines. So it's the buffalo chicken, the cheese steak,
Okay.
and then the veggie southwestern.
Okay. So none of the sweet ones are available in the stores yet?
No, not in the store. But if you want catering, we still do catering. We have not gotten rid of that section. So on twistedeggroll.com, you can see all our savory and sweet options. Those are just the three we rolled out to start off the frozen section.
Okay. Can you talk to me real quick about any future plans or things that you guys are working on in 2022?
Oh, yeah, we have a lot up our sleeve. And one of the first things we want to do is try to get with a good distributor. We want to get with somebody that can really help grow, scale us to grow to this, willing to work with us, know that we're a smaller business right now, but know that we want to get to, being a much larger company. I know that some people are really huge on being entrepreneurs, but it's levels to it. And I've never had the vision of just merely being self-employed. I want to really own my company. I don't want to be the one producing anymore eventually. So I'm doing all the things necessary to set the tools in place for this business to run without me actually have to show up for work every day. And so streams that I'm looking at, of course, is adding still the dessert for the frozen, also adding more savory on the frozen line. We also want to eventually open up a storefront. So I'm not huge on a brick and mortar when it's before your time. So that's what I wanted to set up, making sure that we had a very great and healthy following. So then when we did open the storefront, it wouldn't be one of those, oh, that was just there 6 months ago and now they're gone. We see that happen a lot, especially with Black businesses. And I didn't want that to be our story. So that's definitely some things we have on the horizon.
Well, it sounds like a lesson in proper planning and research and patience, thinking long term instead of short term. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, is there anything else you want the Chicago Defender audience to know about Twisted Eggroll?
And that's the main thing, like you said, when you brought up the Super Bowl and things like that, just because we have started our frozen line, I want to make sure that people are aware that we definitely still cater. So I know now that people are getting back to work a little bit. Some people are doing things a little different. So even if you need it individually packaged or anything like that, we can accommodate those needs. So definitely on our website, twistedeggroll.com, you'll be able to reach out to us and we can set all that up for you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for talking to the Chicago Defender.
Thank you so much for having me.